Jim, I hear you have a new way of looking at the banks.
Yes, I think what people have to start recognizing is we're beginning to be able to put numbers on banks. Why is this important? The whole decline in banks has been because of fear, okay? And in fear, I'm not even going to tell you to get involved. I'm not going to tell you to start buying. I want to focus on Citigroup. I want to focus on some of the ones that are so-called hung. They have deals. There's $15 billion in deals, actually 14 to be exact, that Citigroup is on the hook for. In other words, they've decided to not merchandise these bank loans. They've decided actually to just keep them on their books. Had they decided to merchandise them, my sources have indicated that they would get 90 cents on the dollar. They bought these things for $1, okay? They would get 90 cents on the dollar. Now, let's figure out what arithmetically that means. They would lose 10% on all the bonds they have. So now you're starting to talk about a number. You got 14 billion in bonds, they lose 1.4 billion. If they just admitted what they had, the stocks themselves would be downgraded, Citi would be downgraded, there's 12 buys on Citi. You'd be able to quantify how much it's down, and then you would look and you'd see that it realized for that $1.4 billion loss, it has had a $20 billion market cap, so that's out of whack. Citigroup, every day it just opens for business. It will make $6.5 billion a year just from just having deposits. So you're really starting to get a number. Why is that really important? Because as long as it's fear, then Citigroup can trade to 6% yield. I like to think that Citi at 4.75 yield, which is almost where it is a buy. Now, I'm talking about an ActionAlertsPlus.com name. This is my theory. It applies to JP Morgan. It applies to all the banks to see how much they're hung and then use that 90 out of 100. In other words, use a 10% haircut. And you can quantify the losses. Could they get worse? I don't really care. I'm telling you that at least we can start quantifying. We'll get the downgrades, and then we'll move on.
Okay, you heard it. Jim Cramer, Brittany Umar, you're watching Wall Street Confidential.